Forum.
The atmosphere was charged with ambition and collaboration as representatives from several African nations gathered at the AAE Forum's Roundtable Dialogue, all with one purpose: to unlock Africa's business potential through shared insight, collective problem solving, and strategic networking. Each participant took the floor outlining the landscape of business in their country, highlighting unique investment opportunities.
Us peak areas, we were really hurt by a hurricane in 2017. A lot of our tourism hotels were destroyed. So we are looking for investors to help us rebuild those tourism hotel infrastructure. And we are in the process right now of looking at a port expansion. So we are looking at finding investors who will co-create with us in that area.
When Lake Chad dried up, I was shocked. The whole world was shocked. But even in Africa, we cared less. Lake Chad was known as the Sea of the Desert. So that means all the people that depended on the Sahel and the savannah, sincerely speaking, they didn't have any livelihood anymore. They depended on that water.
What we have in Africa, problem number one, when the colonizer left Africa, he said to our dad to send us to school. But which kind of things we are learning in school, sometimes these all things are very old, and the reality is very different. That is putting us to depending to outside.
The conversation didn't stop at identifying problems. Development partners and stakeholders listened, engaged, and offered practical solutions, from mentorship programs and capital access to regional policy alignment and trade facilitation.
We must be deliberate in ensuring that the continent is able to trade with itself. So we are breaking the walls. And how do we break the walls? We're talking about investment, really huge investment. That's why we're deliberate in galvanizing the resources within the diaspora.
I think if there's anything that we don't have, it's connection. It's connectivity. Because if I know what you're doing and you know what I'm doing, then you know where to who to refer to me, and I know who to refer to you.
I believe that some of the challenges will require innovation, that is, ideas that we haven't yet thought of. But I think this group of individuals that have taken 3 days to come together for this conference, I think had the ability, and particularly with the help of the diaspora, the African diaspora, had the unique opportunity, the unique abilities to solve and work with leadership of the African nations, each of the 54 African nations that have unique challenges.
But one issue resonated across the board: the challenge of remittance flows and repatriating investment returns.
Investors won't have even money to invest if they can't have some of it back to do what they need to do with it. But I think the more that we look for people who I think have a heart in their investing, the better, because they're going to want to give back to communities that need it.
With new networks formed and clear actions point laid out, the AAE Forum's Roundtable Dialogue concluded with a strong call for continued engagement, policy reform, and cross-border collaboration. In Washington, D.C. for News Central, Igbalaniyi, Omoniyi.